so I need to get rid of the pressure. Hey, look who it is.
Does everybody have something here? I want to propose a toast here.
Yeah.
This thing was created like 100 years ago.
No. It's amazing. So, got the bug guts as well. Wiped it down.
You heard it validate?
A little bit. A little bit.
Sounds like a charm.
All right, so I have been informed by Kenneth that I am to put the rig on the road and put the tires up on the turf right here, so it's kind of off the street. That's what I've been instructed to do. So I'm gonna find a place to set the GoPro in time-lapse mode so that you can see this happen. I'm fairly confident about it, as you can tell.
Turn your wheels a little bit more. Not moving much.
No, not much. See, so I need to get rid of the pressure. And I might need to let air out of the truck.
Well, don't you need to take some pressure off it by putting your stand down?
Yeah.
I was like,
Don't record this. See, this is the problem.
all right, I'm putting, let's repeat that.
Could you
I was
imagine
like,
dropping
I was
the
like,
trailer?
boom! Would have been on video though. That would have been a cool bloopers and outtakes.
Ratings would have gone up.
I was like, there has to be some kind of a mystery to how that levitates. I was like, damn, that must be expensive. That's a gravitational manager.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, it's not moving, but wow.
Oh man.
Now your pressure's off. Now, would you have done that before you undid those pressure usually? Of
course.
Because then you'll take at least the weight pressure off. Easy now.
See that? And that's
It's a good thing that is tight.
well, yeah. Yeah.
Because you had nothing left.
Because I don't think it
on.
would have come out, right?
Huh?
I don't think it would have come out with that much pressure.
With that much weight on it, but
Right, yeah. Which
but it is
good.
angled down, right?
It's pretty straight. Well,
No,
I guess so.
I mean, it goes like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was putting some gas on it. That would have been a bad situation.
Yeah. Oh wow, it really just angles it. Wow, that's a sweet.
Think of
idea.
these as like wheelbarrow handles.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Now without
That's
this,
engineering. How long did that take you to put on?
3 hours.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable. So, just in case you didn't catch the mistake that I just made, I wanted to have a conversation about it, because what I just did was a serious oversight. I was just about to pull the stinger out of the receiver of the hitch without putting the tongue jack down, which means that I would have dropped the entire rig 2 feet off the ground onto the pavement. Actually, half on the pavement, half on the curb. I'm quite sure that that would have cracked the frame of the rig, and it certainly would have broke the Hensley hitch, and it would have sent this rig into some sort of repair shop, and we would have had to move out of the rig. I mean, our trip would have completely changed because of this mistake. And you know, if you're thinking, I don't have a travel trailer, so I don't have to worry about that, or I don't have the Hensley hitch, it doesn't really apply to me. The conversation I wanted to have is bigger than that, because if you have a Class A, a Class B, a Class C, a camper truck, whatever it is, there's probably something in your routine setup that requires a little bit of attention to avoid a serious mistake. And whatever that is for you, I thought this was a good opportunity just to bring attention to the fact of how I potentially made this mistake. And what's interesting is, we've been hooking up a travel trailer for almost 3 years, 2 to 3 times a week, if not more. I mean, this is an activity that I could do blindfolded, but yet I forgot step 1, which was put the tongue jack down, right? And it's a little bit specific to the Hensley hitch because it has a stinger that comes out of the receiver rather than a ball. But the point is I was distracted, and that was the conversation I wanted to have. We were excited to see Kenneth and Tracy. We're pulling up, you know, not at an RV park, but we're pulling up on the side of their house, and I'm catching up with Kenneth, and he's asking me about the Hensley. He's actually recording it with his phone. And he asked about how the weight distribution system works, and I grab my drill and I start going into, you know, adjusting the hitch, which is step 2. And then I went into step 3, step 4, step 5, and pulled out. And of course, when Kenneth says, you know, when it didn't come out, and I was wondering what was going on, I was wondering if I didn't adjust something correctly.
You need to take some pressure off it by putting your stand down.
Yeah. And I was deer in headlights. And although we laughed about it because it was embarrassing and awkward, I'm just reminded at how I could make such a mistake like that. And it's just because I was catching up with Kenneth and I was distracted. And my first reaction is that I can't believe that all of this is being recorded. But now in hindsight, I'm so glad it is, because I think it's a good reminder for all of us, no matter what kind of rig you have, that the setup and teardown process requires a little bit of extra focus, because although they're simple tasks, the consequence means that your trip could come to an end. So that's it for now. This is like a KYD service bulletin, if you will. There's still so much we did in Seattle, so let's get back to the regular scheduled program. All right, getting the tripod set up so that we can record fixing the awning. You remember the awning that we broke in Kenai, Alaska, because the truck was parked a little too close to the rig.
The good news is it's just an arm.
Yeah, this is a part that can be replaced. Look at that.
Kind of back into that side. That doesn't have any of the motor.
Yeah.
Here comes the next one, Mark. There's a lot of orchestration going on here. The locks are closing so that the water can drop and bring them into this separate section. It's the coolest.
This guy looks like he polished his boat like at least 20,000 times.
It is. It's really nice. I think that boat's 100 years old. It had like a declaration in its window.
1918.
Yeah, and how funny was it when he's doing the wheel on the top and you're watching the ghost wheel at the bottom?
Dude, that guy was a straight up pirate.
He was. Sig, hanging, ready, arr. Now you realize we're standing on the bridge between Lake Union and the Puget Sound. Freshwater, saltwater.
The locks.
What connects these?
The locks that are bringing these boats in. It is so cool. So Kenneth said, let's come out. The truck is actually being washed right now. Now, I love washing my own truck, but it's frustrating not to have the right tools.
You really do love washing your
I
own
do
truck?
if I have all the right tools. If I have
Okay.
like a pressure washer and the right soaps and the bucket
Sorry.
and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't have all those things. So the truck is being washed.
Okay.
Like professionally. I'll show you.
They're gonna have a lot of work to do after an Alaskan trip.
It's got the Alaska patina and they are getting it nice and clean.
It's like an inch thick of mud.
So while that's being done, Kenneth said, let me come over here and I'll take you to the Hiram Chittadad locks.
Wow, I can't believe you remembered that.
Well, I rehearsed it. No, not really. And so, anyhow, so we're just down here. It's been fascinating. We just watched this fisherman boat come in, and he did a great job. He was really working too to get it in. And then we saw 2 gorgeous wood boats.
Oh my word.
Weren't they pretty?
They were so pretty. I love how their nose sits way high above the water. But all those leisure boats don't have to pay to go through the lock system.
That's right, because
Just the
it's
fishermen.
because all of this was built by the civil engineers. So the commercial boats have to pay, but the residential boats do not.
Wow. All kinds of things to learn all the time.
All the time.
It's super cool.
Okay, so we're gonna go do this, then we're gonna go pick up the nice clean truck, can't wait to show you. Then we're gonna go over and to the Grease Monkey and we're gonna get an oil change. In fact, I'm gonna move to synthetic because I have found that getting oil changes on the road has been kind of difficult. So I'm gonna move to synthetic so I don't have to worry about it as much.
Okay.
And then what else we have going on?
I'm not really sure. I'm sure there'll be some food involved. We always like to do that.
They probably will.
And we're just, getting the boys out and about.
Tomorrow morning we've got a KYD Insider coffee. We're gonna meet up at the Starbucks. I think there's like a dozen
Pretty excited
insiders
about
because
that.
Washington's a big area for insiders, so we wanted to meet up with everyone. We're in the sun.
I've been
We're
trying.
in the
I'm
sun.
like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's totally cool. You can see all the salmon going up the fish ladder.
And how many museum recommendations have I made?
1, 2,
Which one was that?
2. Well, one was in Dallas,
Perot Museum.
the Perot Museum,
Yeah, that was good.
and I don't remember any others.
Well, this isn't a museum, but you should come, and it's totally for free. You can see the locks, you can see the boats, you can come down here, you can go see the salmon. Of course, I guess it's this time of year, but go check it out. The only thing it'll cost you is the parking.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'll put the address that you can type below. If you want to go do this, the address will be down below, and then you can have Google Maps take you here, pay for some parking, and go check this out. This is a lot of fun.
It really was.
I did the detail myself, actually.
You did?
So, yeah.
Oh, man,
I came in. How's it going? Yeah, absolutely. I actually paint and glossed the whole vehicle as well, too. So, kind of shiny a little bit.
Oh man, it looks amazing.
So, got the bug guts as well. Wiped it down.
No bugs.
No bugs. Might be a little edging on the paint, like I said. Definitely use the polish, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, cleaned up well, actually.
I asked Kenneth where I can go get the truck washed. He says, oh, I got a guy I take all my trucks to and get it detailed. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go spend that much money on getting a truck detailed. I go, no, it'll be fine. And I didn't get it detailed. It's just we went to a detailed place and got like a thorough cleaning, and he steam cleaned some things and whatnot. So it is more expensive than getting the car washed, but I think every once in a while, particularly coming around from Alaska, it's just worth doing. Kind of reset back to zero, and then we'll start again. We'll start it on it again. But something like this would take us almost all day to do, and
Are you trying to validate?
a little bit. I am.
I don't think there's a validation.
No,
Other than it looked horrendous.
it was bad, and now it's not bad.
And now it's not bad. So there's really nowhere you can go from there.
And now when we get back to, I'm not going to even touch the rig until we get back to Phoenix. When we get back into Phoenix and it stops raining, then we'll do the same thing to the rig. And then Alaska will then officially be over at that point.
Oh.
Yes. Once you get rid of all the Alaska residue, it'll just be a fond memory.
Fond memory that grows every year.
Yeah, well there's things growing on the trailer right now, I promise. So now we're going over to the Grease Monkey and we're gonna get a synthetic oil change. And then I would say I think we're probably good for the day.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of goodness for the truck.
The locks, the truck wash, the oil change. Just telling me about 3 goats underneath the bridge, and everyone's like, yeah, Mark, you don't know about the 3 goats and the Scandinavian trolls under the bridge? I'm like, no.
Well, Kenneth has, you know, educated us. What are the roots? Don't put anything on me, okay? So we have been educated.
Kenneth says, don't put anything on me. I didn't say anything.
We have been educated of the Scandinavian back culture here. So I said, have you ever read the book with the 3 little goats that try to cross the bridge? And Mark's like, blank.
No. I read Where the Forest Grows, Old Man in the Sea.
Where the red fern grows?
Exactly. Old Man in the Sea.
Old
Grapes
Yeller.
of Wrath. Grapes of Wrath.
You read Grapes of Wrath?
Of course I did. John Steinbeck is the bomb.
Wow. I'm so cute now. Okay. All right. So anyway.
So back to the troll.
Back to the troll. Okay, so the troll's under there and he tries to eat the billy goats and then they come up with a plan. I'll read it to you later. I read it to the boys when they were little.
Read it to me later. That's great. Okay.
Community art project.
So this is a community art project, and they put a V-dub right there. That's an actual VW, and it's in the hands of the troll, and we're under the bridge. I'm so excited to get an oil change. So excited that the truck is clean. So excited to have fast Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Bro, that was tight, bro.
That was really cool.
All right, so Trish is headed to the post office. Seattle's like Operation Get Back on Track.
Yes.
The truck is so shiny and clean. Trish is going to the post office to get a few things. We're getting...
I'm setting this inverter to Skylar.
Yes, because Skylar won the inverter. And
Skylar won
he didn't want it
this.
right away because he's full-time, so he says just send it to Texas when you get a chance, Mom. We're in
Sorry,
Seattle.
Skylar. When you say when you get a chance, be careful.
Yeah,
when you
it's true. Anyhow, so Trish is going to go do that. We're just
only a few
we're just
minutes away.
regrouping on everything. Got some things to do on the video. How long is it? What else have we done to regroup? Oh, the oil change, which I'm sure I've already mentioned 9 times. I'm just so excited about it.
When you get your life back together,
It feels so great.
feels good. Alaska is a pilgrimage. You should take it on like
It
we're
is a pilgrimage.
doing Alaska.
Yeah.
But then when you come back, you're like, okay, I'm done with Alaska.
Yeah.
I need to get back on track.
And it's just as exciting, which is kind of neat about travel, is that you
Yeah.
can go back and be grateful for things that you once took for granted.
Yes.
And that's what's fun about travel and RV and whatnot. Oh, and the
Well,
awning!
and-
I forgot the awning.
Oh, well, and also important for part-time traveling because sometimes people think like, I'm not all in. No, part-time travel gives you exactly what you need to get juice to go back to do all the other things that you're responsible for in life.
Well said. Did I mention that the truck got washed? Look at it. Look. All right. Okay, have fun. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
Love you, bye. Carson and I are walking to the Insider meetup. These are a lot of fun. And there's this gorgeous park right across the street. See all that? It's a pretty park. And Starbucks is right there. And I dropped Trish and Caleb off just so that no one was like, where are they?
I should have told you the secret spot.
Yeah. What happened to our plan of doing a better job recording these things?
I don't know, but I called today a huge success.
Yes.
Yes.
Lots of fun. How about
Lots of fun.
Frank's
It was
speech?
great.
Frank busted out a speech.
And a sign.
You're here. Thank you guys.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. I cook with wine. Sometimes I even add it to the food. I love it. That is fantastic.
That was so much fun. So we started doing these insider meetups over coffee because they're so much easier to plan. We could just send an email to everyone and say, hey, who's in this area Saturday for some coffee? And it was a lot of fun. Plus we kind of know everybody. It was neat to have conversations, hear everyone's stories, and
Where they're going, what they've done. Because it's the end of Summer to Remember.
it is.
So people got to share some of their
is.
stories.
Yes.
I loved hearing where people camped. I love hearing that someone said, and this place we absolutely love, and they get Wi-Fi this year.
Yes.
Made me
Anyway.
laugh.
All right, we're just wrapping up here in Seattle. I'm going to do a little walk around. We're going to get on our way. Something that you might not know about, I don't think I've brought this up, but the truck got washed. Have I talked about that yet? Look at how clean the truck is. So shiny. Even in the rain, it's so shiny. So I'm going to pull forward just a hair, and then we're going to pull those Anderson block wedges out the back. Also going to pull the other chalk on the other side, get off those blocks, and get on our way. Hey, I'm gonna go pull forward just a little bit, and the Anderson blocks wedges need to be pulled out.
Okay.
Plus the chalk on the other side.
Got it.
And then we'll put them in and we'll get going.
Okay, sounds good. hugged it out. Oh, you did? Okay. Yep, we hugged it out. And I have all the essentials.
What is all this? I thought you were gonna get sparkling water.
Do I ever really go to the grocery store and just get sparkling water?
That was the plan.
Never waste a trip to the grocery store.
You might be wondering why I'm surprised. The deal is all of these groceries are for the boys only. Trish and I are fasting this week. And so we're starting back. Trish and I are starting back on our program because Alaska has taken its toll on our health and fitness. We're getting back on track with a little fast, and then we're gonna do, you know, the low carb thing, and we're gonna start working out and doing that whole thing. We're gonna share with you what we do for that type of stuff because a lot of people ask. So the next 5 days we don't have to worry about food. We just have some, you know, vitamins, supplements, stuff like that.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right, windows up. I shared with everyone that you and I are fasting this week.
Oh, cheers. Water.
So if we seem a little grumpy later in the week,
I know.
that'll be why. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Caleb, will you take this away from my viewing area?
That sushi looks good, doesn't it?
There's hard
Children will
it's
get
not
reports
cooked.
on how good. Oh, it's not cooked?
It's not like.
Okay, good idea,
and then
Carson.
at random parts, it's just.
Directions,
darn.
please.
That's a lot of rice not to like it.
I think
No,
I go
I'm so
this way.
sorry.
Sacramento, and Sacramento is a really big city. So I'm kind of wondering how are we gonna figure out where we wanna
How to break that down.
pitch up.
Pitch up.
I'm thinking a nice RV park near the Capitol.